Since when did you stop and think about what Minnie Mouse was wearing? If you're like me, you probably had other shit on your mind, you know? But now the conservatives are losing their damn minds because Minnie Mouse is going to be wearing a pantsuit instead of a dress. Check this out, Johnson.
Saying this, Candace, but Disney is totally changing Minnie Mouse. Disney is putting Minnie Mouse in a pantsuit. That's right. They're getting rid of the skirt. And this is Disney Paris or something like that. And I thought, who better to ask about this than Candace Owens? Your reaction. Why are they doing this?
Oh, I'm just so glad. I'm so glad they're doing this. Let me just tell you, Jesse, it goes back to like when they did this to the M&Ms, and now they're making her more masculine. And I'm glad that they're now realizing that this needed to be addressed. You know, all of us were traumatized when we saw Minnie Mouse and she was looking like a female as we were growing up. I mean, look, this is why people don't take these people seriously. They're taking all of these things that nobody was offended by. It's like they have to get rid of them and destroy them because they're bored. You know, they're absolutely bored. They're trying to destroy fabrics of our society, pretending that there's issues. So everybody looks over here. Look at Minnie Mouse. Don't look at inflation, Jesse. Look at Minnie Mouse. The world is going forward because you've got her in a pantsuit. Never mind that you can't get anything at the grocery store and you can't buy a piece of bacon unless you've got $30 in your pocket. At least we're addressing the real problem, which is Minnie Mouse.
That's right.
They're trying to destroy the fabrics of our society. Yeah, they're trying to destroy the fabrics of our society because Minnie Mouse is wearing a pantsuit instead of a dress. Here's the thing, guys. That's some bullshit. You're focused on the wrong things. You're focusing on, dividing us about pantsuits for Minnie Mouse. And I'm like, hold on a second, motherfucker, you're talking about it. You're talking about Minnie Mouse.
Yeah.
They didn't ask you to talk about it. You're dividing us by talking about this shit, making it a big issue. Another thing, Disney owns Minnie Mouse, right? So, how is it that they're destroying the fabric of the country when it's a private company changing the wardrobe of a cartoon character? When I listen to people like Candace Owens talk this nonsense, I can't help but go, damn, Damn. Irami was right. Irami said this. He said, in order to do well in America, you got to be willing to throw black people under the bus. And that's what Candace Owens does every time she opens her goddamn mouth.
I'm going to keep this going. This is why I wanted to show this. How did we go from Minnie Mouse in a pantsuit to Candace Owens throwing black people under the bus?
Because here's the thing, guys. In order to make this shit sell, the thread that you're catching on the other side as you stitch yourself to this bullshit fabric of the country, you got to go along with shit like those people that condemn taking down Confederate statues. You got to say shit like, it's destroying the history of America to take down a fucking Confederate statue.
That's why I wanted to show that. Did you see how that started from the left? It started with the classic left. Oh, you're talking about Mickey Mouse. Oh, you're talking about Dr. Seuss. It's so stupid. Why are you talking about that? 5 minutes later, he's talking about Candace Owens being a traitor to black people and taking down Confederate monuments and statues. He himself is showing the importance of the decision. And Candace Owens, and I'm not saying that Disney can't do it. I can laugh at it. I can say it's stupid. And I can say that's the reason the Overton window is shifting left. That's their cultural impact. Joe Biden doesn't control culture. 10 years ago, you couldn't do this. So how do we get to that point? It's just like Tim Black's video. The video starts with laughing about the pantsuits. You think we really care about a cartoon? It's about the ideology. And then 5 minutes later, he's talking about black people, the Confederate flag, and more substantial things. That's how the Overton window shifts. Is now Mickey can't wear a dress. Mickey, pretty soon, I'm not going to say that stuff. That was an accent. Minnie can't wear a dress now. The M&Ms have to be this and that. Dr. Seuss is inappropriate. That's how you, before you know it, the definitions change. This is from 4 years ago. The definition of racism. The definition of racism is the belief that a particular race is superior or inferior to another. So that doesn't matter what race. It could go either way. That a person's social and moral traits are predetermined by his or her inborn biological characteristics. Racial separatism is the belief most of the time based on racism that different races should remain segregated and apart from one another. When you use that definition of racism, everything the establishment is doing falls under that definition. In Denver, they've got colors. They literally have colored, they didn't say it like this, but that's what it is, colored only playground night. They're separating people, segregating people. The belief that a particular race is superior or inferior to another, they are practicing racism. But you know what? That's inconvenient, so the definition changes. So now you can't apply this definition to Joe Biden when he says he's going to pick someone because of their gender and color. Racism, the marginalization and or oppression of people of color based on a socially constructed racial hierarchy, intersectionality, that privileges white people. So now it's impossible based on this definition for a black person to be racist. It's impossible based on this definition. If someone says, I'm going to hire someone because they're black, they fall under an oppressed group. So it's not possible for that to be racist. That's how the culture changes from all those little things that seem meaningless to they add up year over year over year to now you look at this, we don't even know what the definition of racism is. We don't even know what the definition of a woman is. That's how it happens. Let me know what you think. Yes, the first comment I saw is the comment that says from Shadowban this, in all reality, our differences are only cultural. Everyone's the same color to blind people. I did a video just a little while back on what is black culture. Like, what is that? Like, you're supposed to, like, am I supposed to have a culture just because of the color of my skin? Like, is there a light-skinned culture? Okay, I brought it up in there. Like Steph Curry is like really light. Is my kids, if you don't know, my kids are biracial, they have lighter color. So do my kids have a different culture than me? They're light skinned, I'm darker, my wife is white. What is that? No, a black person from Alaska is different than a black person from Cleveland, Ohio, because of culture.